So in this video, we're going to talk about how to generate a sales order on a point of sale device for Shopify and integrate that with your Katana account. So at the beginning of this video series, we connected and mapped the locations to our Katana account through our Shopify store. And what we did, just as a recap, I'll show you here in the settings page. So under integrations, when we look at the reconfigure options for Shopify, you can see that there's an option in here that says I use point of sale sales channel. Now our Shopify store has already preloaded a few locations for our Shopify store where point of sale terminals exist. But most importantly, if you're using the Shopify point of sale app, it might look a little bit like this. Don't mind the blurry background, but basically this is what I'm using inside of my point of sale device. Now, anytime you're using a point of sale device, let's say it's your phone or a tablet in your store, you need to make sure that you're logged into the correct Shopify account and you're logged into the correct Shopify location. Whenever you ring up orders, you're going to have stock being taken out in real time. And if you're going to sync your stock levels from your Katana location where your retail store exists back to your retail point of sale device, you need to make sure that the app you're using has the correct location mapping between Shopify and your app on your phone or tablet, and also that your mapping is equally correct between your Katana account and your Shopify location to which you want to make those withdrawals on inventory. Now, the way a point of sale takes place, what's different about that compared to an e-commerce sale is that when you generate an e-commerce sale, the sale goes through, but there's like a waiting period of time. So it's an unfulfilled state. But when you sell something in a retail setting, it's an instant transaction. So what actually happens in real life between your point of sale device, along with your sales order that's linked to your Katana account, you're actually going to be conducting an instantaneous transaction where a sales order is imported, it's immediately closed, and the withdrawal of inventory takes place at that moment in time, but then automatically updates the inventory location that it's mapped to through your Katana account. So that's more or less exactly how it works. So here's what we're going to do in this example. I'm going to show you that I have a location here that's mapped to Chris's coffee shop somewhere in Seattle. And then you'll see that it's linked to my retail location. So my retail location is a stock location from the stock screen, which you can see, you can toggle between main and retail. So here's my retail location. And what I want you to see here is that I have these Brazilian roasted coffee packs. I've got $45.99 and 219 pieces at this site. Now, when I log into my Katana account, my Shopify account, you'll see that I've got my available quantities as well in here. So what happens is that when I place an order on my phone, it travels through my Shopify store, it gets imported into my Katana account, it gets immediately closed, a stock deduction takes place, and so it goes. So what I want to show you is how that actually looks in real life for a point of sale on Shopify through the integration. In the sell screen, you will see there is the retail location here. Now this retail location has no sales orders at all. So when I generate one here, we want the sales order to travel through Shopify and into this location, then immediately close, so it will appear on the done list with the correct quantity deducted, and the stock sync pushes back the new quantity to the current location based on the product I selected. So I'll go ahead and get started on this, and we'll see how it goes. So first off, I'm going to add Brazilian blend coffee, and I'm going to add the 500 milligram variant, which is the middle one. I've got 219 available at this location, and then we'll go to the cart where you see it available. I'm going to order 10 units. So we'll select that. We'll put in 10 units, just like so. You can maybe see the 10 units there. And then once we're done, we'll save it. And then there's the checkout button at the bottom. See if it, there we go. We'll choose checkout. It'll select the payment option. I'm going to select cash because it's nice and easy. And I'll put the amount receive. And then it will be processing the payment. Once it's done, then we should see this sales order pull through. and it will import into our Katana account and be marked as completed. Now, what happens in real life with these point of sale orders is it's all instantaneous. So you might not even see it here on the open screen. It'll go straight to done, but the most important thing is it will actually be there. So as you can see, when looking at this order, I have sold 10 units of the 500 gram roasted coffee pack through a point of sale device, and it has synced back to the correct location. And the stock that has been deducted, you can see from the retail location, 500 gram coffee pack. If we look at the in-stock quantities, you can see that the amount that was reduced was 10. So we went from 219 to 209. That information will then be pushed back to the Katana website and updated in real time to reflect that a deduction has changed against that particular SKU. And as you can see, if I select the correct location, I should have 209 available for the 500 gram, just like so. So deducted from 219 to 209 for the 10 units. And of course, if you ever do a stock transfer or you do any other type of stock movement to increase the quantities at that point of sale location, it will be caught directly on your Shopify account, as well as available on your point of sale devices for when you sell them in your store. So this is one of the best ways to incorporate both e-commerce and retail through Shopify directly into your Katana account. And what makes this really, really cool is that if you've got multiple stores in multiple countries, if you're like, for example, a Shopify Plus customer, you can connect all of your Shopify stores, no matter what currency they're selling in, no matter how many locations they have. You can have e-commerce in multiple areas, plus the retail locations in those locations, all mapped directly to your Katana account. So you have one central hub for all of your stock tracking requirements. That's one of the biggest beauties of this integration, is how versatile you can use it within that type of setting.